Speaking to S&P Global at the Shipping Summit, he noted that while more vessels could be added to global fleet next year, this does not mean that freight rate will drop broadly, as it depends on how ship carriers allocate increased vessel capacities. Eric Jean, head of investment support at industrial equipment supplier BMT Asia Pacific, said rising shipping costs, longer transit times, and higher uncertainty will be the new normal for the shipping industry. Spot chartering rates have held firm so far this year, with supply chain disruption and port congestion affecting ships globally, particularly in the United States and China. The executives recommended charterers sign long-term contracts with ship owners to overcome issues of volatile cost and availability. In other stories, Shanghai port congestion remains at normal season levels even as COVID-19 lockdowns have been reimposed throughout much of the city, according to the new data from Vessels Value. Average wait time across vessel sector, tankers, bulkers and container ships has been falling steadily since peaking in late April at 65 hours as Shanghai re-emerged from 2 months of lockdowns. Despite lockdowns being reimposed in 13 of the city's 16 districts, congestion is now back within normal levels. Container ships, the most frequent users of the world's largest port, reached a peak waiting time of 69 hours in late April at the height of the Omicron wave, but have since reduced back down to 2021 levels and are currently trending around 34 hours and continuing to fall, according to Vessels Value. Now, tankers and bulkers have experienced short-lived levels of heightened congestion. However, both have also returned to seasonal norms. If you just joined us, you're listening to Maritime and Port News. 3 crew members jumped off the Liberia flag 6,900 TEU box ship Simba into the state's Johns River in the Mayport area on Wednesday morning, according to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection CBP. The vessel, operated by Singapore-based Sea Lead Shipping, was outbound from Jacksport in Jacksonville when the incident took place. One of the crew members was taken to the hospital, and the other 2, which had made landfall on Fort George Island, are still missing, with teams from the local sheriff's office and CBP continuing the search. It is still unknown why the trio jumped from a moving ship, but authorities hope to learn more by interviewing the crew member who was apprehended. In our final story, cargo owners in India believes the easing of container freight rate across the major trade lane in June will be short-lived, with the peak season hitting in July. After months of skyrocketing rate and acutely tight equipment supply, freight forwarder sources said average contract rate for North America, Europe and intra-Asia route had since double-digit decline this month. Cost for export from the port of Hiroshima and Mundra on India's west coast to the U.S. east coast are down to $8,317 per TEU from $10,090 last month. Freight to U.S. West Coast has seen a 13% decline on average. Now, June rates on the Indian-Europe trade have also dropped from West India to London Gateway. Carrier contract pricing is now hovering around $6,009 per 20 feet, versus $7,617 in May, down 21%, and at $7,141 per 40 feet, down to 11% compared with $8,015 at the end of last month. In the intra-Asia market to China, Hong Kong and Singapore, average pricing has fallen between 10% and 25%, as data suggests. Industry observers attributed the pricing correction in large part to better equipment availability, with cargo diversion from Sri Lanka's Colombo port, lately caught up in multiple bottlenecks, to India East Coast port, helping that inventory flow. Shippers and freight forwarders, however, fear the pricing respite could be temporarily, with projections that rates will shoot up again next month as the industry heads into peak season. On this note, we'll wrap up this morning's edition of Maritime and Port News. Maritime and Port News is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in oil shipping solutions. Contact them at the Shippers House in Accra. You can also tune in to Omanfm in Kumasi for more Maritime and Port News. My name is Nanesi Boateng, my producer, Kwekwa Waji. Have a great day.
So kwan su dwumadi hia mo man bia nkanko Ghana eko wiase na di wiase so ba Ghana Shippers Authority ani so ade hunu ne se ye bebo nsuo so adwadifo e wo haw bia wonam mu efiri no ma ayra dia seye sika yaje wa emfa kwan so ene haw ahodo pi ye nya adaje twe nsuo so adwadifo eno ma eko se de be ya wo beti ase ye ni so ade hunu ne se ye besom ni asom so pa Ghana Shippers Authority e wo Ghana Shippers House